What's going on, y'all? I just got back from doing some errands today, but I wanted to talk about how the faith is blind. When we think about faith, right, and believing in God, we think that there is usually a path that's going to be visible to us. But this is not always the case. And it's usually not visible, it's mostly invisible. And it's done this way because God wants you to follow Him without fully seeing Him. This is because He wants you to have the agency to just want to do it for you. And that's pretty much how you follow it. You just follow Him through the faith, and that's through whatever is your passions in life or whatever is your creative outlets or your career. Pretty much anything that you thrive in, right? You can use that to follow God. And that's pretty much how it is done invisibly. Like it's different from everybody, or it's different for everybody. So basically it never looks the same with anyone unless they're doing the same things. But even then it's still different because nobody's the same. So it's always going to be blind because nobody can tell your exact path unless they were you. You know what I'm saying? Like unless they had the same struggles as you, the same everything. They don't know how your thinking is or how you're going to manifest your dreams or how you're going to go about accomplishing them, right? You do your own thing, and that's just how it is with everyone. So, faith in itself is blind because everyone's path is so unique and different. And then even then when they act the path out, it's still different from what someone can predict because you don't know what somebody's going to do at a certain time. We have our emotions that affect it. We have our moods, our responsibilities, things like that are what's going to hold your sentiment back. But you want to keep going. Like you want to keep going with your faith no matter what it is. You basically already have all the tools you need to succeed within you right now. And that's going back with the passions. So when you know your worth, right? When you know yourself, you become self-aware, you've gone through that journey and you've accepted yourself, then you start to recognize, okay, I really like this, say art or I don't know, cooking. You like those things? And the Lord notices that. And He says, you know what? Why don't I turn that thing you like into a passion to where you can follow me? And that's just the best way to do it. You won't have to think about it. It'll be subconscious. It's a lovely thing because it's something you want to do, and yet you still get to follow Christ effortlessly. You want to trust your intuition because that's how you build it. Now, how you do that, you have to start noticing it. Now, I know that's that's weird to say just by itself because what is it that we're noticing, right? It's all in the mind. But it's really those thoughts that just appear, right? When you're in a certain space, like say somebody said something specific that you've heard before and it was related to something you know about and it sparked an idea in your mind. So basically the idea that pops up is your intuition because that's novel, it's unique. What you want to do is start noticing it, like fully noticing it, encapsulating it, all that. Because if you can get it solidified, the next time you have an intuition like that, it'll be stronger, it'll be more vivid, and you'll be able to emphasize it or articulate it much clearer because you can see it clearer. That's why I suggest personally, if you were to be in a field like that or in a field where you want to emphasize your creativity, why not just do a creative passion like music or art or architecture, something like that where it's creative enough where you can do pretty much your own thing. Those are pretty good if you ask me. Our faith is blind because God wants you to walk in His path by your own choosing. And like I was saying, you want to do that because it'll align with your passions. So try to align your passions with your truth and it becomes easier to follow it. There are certain things that will appear in your life that advocate for you to take the initiative and explore it. And this is true because This is basically what builds your faith as well, right? You say you're already on that path with your passions in line, you're believing in the truth, you're following the truth, you're following Christ, you're following God, and now you're seeing more opportunities present themselves. Now your job is to take those opportunities if they present themselves as soon as you can, or if it's possible for you, because this is how you build your faith. You'll get to recognize, so because I did this passion and because this door opened and I accepted it, now I have this new frequency that I tapped into, or this new mindset. And now you're basically operating at a higher level because you followed your passion. So I think that's a good thing to be thinking about all the time. You just want to have it on your mind that you want to continue to do what's good for you in your life, because it just benefits. He prepares you in ways that feel natural to your persona, because he knows that the best way to build your faith is through truthful mediums that you already believe in. So like I was saying, the stuff, but also the people you interact with, your family, your community, these are all truthful mediums. If you believe in what they say, if you believe them and you incorporate their ideas into your own through conversation, right? So it's part of your preparation though. You want to be around these people because it strengthens your faith subconsciously. And then when you actively participate with them, it also strengthens it that way. And that just builds it up for everyone. And, it just makes it better for everyone. This could be your creative works, your career, your church, your neighborhood park. It can be pretty much anything that you like to do. Your truth also builds upon itself, allowing you to stand firm on what you've previously accomplished. Now, what does this mean? Basically, this means after you've aligned yourself and your truth has given you some gifts, like now you have, say, a new car, or say you've met a nice group of people that are now your friends and you're probably going to be friends for life. Basically, when you stand on your truth and earn those things, it makes you more confident to continue following in that truth. And God knows this. He knows that once you lock it in just like that, and you have something to stand on, your accomplishments, that makes you want to continue to want to do it just unapologetically. And it's really beautiful. But be warned though, because your truth can be tainted and we have to protect it as best we can. Now, this is going to be different for everybody. The enemy will attack you. You're going to be attacked if you're a follower. It's just, there's nothing you can really do about that. But you have to protect it. Protect your truth, your energy, your spirituality. It's because they really want to harvest what you have. And they notice that it seems like for you and people like you that it's easy to do it. And it's easy to do it because, like I've explained, you follow your passions and it's just natural for you to want to keep going, right? That's natural. So they want to attack that. They feel as if you do that it's not fair to them somehow, and that they should be getting what you're getting and not you. And that's kind of ridiculous. But, that is what it is. We learn and we forgive. But the best we need to do right now, right, especially in a time like this, you need to protect your truth. Okay? That means be aware of naysayers. Be aware of deceivers, especially in friend groups, okay? These are dangerous. I know a lot of people don't think so, like, at first, because, people present themselves nice. Of course, you want to be presented nice because you want people to accept you. You don't want to have to deal with, maliciousness and stuff. So you want to be accepted. But the thing is doing so is dangerous, because there's going to be a lot of people who want to try to taint you, who want to try to mold you in a way that aligns with what they believe, when sometimes that's not truthful, or maybe they want to get you off your path because they don't like how sure of yourself you look, how confident you look. They don't really like that, and it kind of it bothers them. Like, it makes them think, wow, like, you really have it going for yourself. And it only looks like that, again, because you're following your passions. I mean, we try to tell them this, and some people listen, but those who actually have the agency to believe in it, they know firsthand, empirically, that this is not a joke. So I wanted to go ahead and leave with this last thought, and it's that we should live our truths. Like, legitimately live in our truths, and it should be ingrained in our minds. This is because if you do this, you'll show up as an authentic person in society. So people will automatically want to believe what you say or what you do because you live your truth. You believe in your passions to the point where they manifest themselves in reality as you. You become your passions. And that's really beautiful because that makes you really authentic. Like you literally are your passions and you're intuitive about them and you lead them in new directions and you try to incorporate your creativity to the point where it's going to continue to progress and to continue to get better, and you'll be innovating it to the point where people will notice you and literally copy you. So yes, we all need to emphasize our truths to the point that we subconsciously live them. I hope the best for you guys. Honestly, I hope you guys live in your truths, and I hope you guys learn something today. I usually learn things, just by listening to passive conversation like this all the time. So I hope you guys, do the same thing, and maybe you learn about how you're gonna manifest your intuition or how you can use that to further your creative passions. Anything that can drive you towards being a better person. All right. Well, thank you guys. I'll try to make more videos. I'll see you on the next one, and thanks.